where a police investigation is underway at Drake's home.
Enough slip-ups or enough mistakes, so I think that stories have to be, created out of thin air.
What made you put hands on Drake?
I did not put hands on Drake.
Oh.
And I do not want any problems with Drake. I didn't do nothing to Drake. Drake is my friend.
Well, Katt Williams was correct. All those rappers are being exposed. It was recently revealed that Drake's name appears on the Diddy tapes, and not just his name. You can hear Drake screaming too. That accusation struck hard. But after you sit with all the facts that's been mounting up since 2014, it doesn't seem that crazy anymore. This Diddy trial brought everything to light, and for the first time, it's all lining up. Back in 2014, something happened down that established the tone. In the early hours of December 8th, during a VMA after-party, Diddy and Drake got into it hard.
It's the Rumor Report. Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, we're getting a lot of eyewitness accounts about what happened with Diddy versus Drake at Club Live.
Okay.
Now, according to media takeout, the fight was over Cassie. Drake was drunk and all in Cassie's face and wouldn't back down.
Oh, you feeling yourself? You think you're gonna be out here just smacking everybody's chick, huh, Aubrey?
But other people are saying it wasn't about that at all, but it did happen. There was an altercation. Now, we followed DJ Sam Sneak on Twitter. He said it definitely wasn't about Cassie. Drake is at the hospital. He dislocated his shoulder. Charlamagne, you don't laugh at other people's injuries.
I'm not laughing at other people's injuries. I'm laughing at Drake's injuries. It's different.
He said it'll come out.
The Diddy trial has taken a deeply disturbing turn, with shocking testimony that's shaken the courtroom.
Soon, y'all pray for Drake.
So you telling
he said Diddy put hands on that boy and he ain't go 0 to 100. That boy left.
So you telling me the OG Diddy hit him with a three-piece? Now you gotta understand, Diddy 44, 45 years old, okay? He know how to throw a three-piece.
Man, I didn't know Diddy was still doing stuff like that. Allegedly, we're still getting information, but we do know for a fact that people were there and something did happen between them.
I don't know if it's true or not, but just in case, I did send Diddy a text and I said, "You're my hero."
You sent him a kite.
I said, "You're my hero." You might have did it just in case. Just in case Drake has any intention of trying to talk to Cassie, Diddy had to let him know, like, it's not going down over here. It's just in case.
Several publications verified it. Word claimed that Diddy saw Drake sneaking outside the club and gave him a major beatdown. Reports indicated Drake had to go to the medical hospital following that.
For so long and having dealings with him. What was the first thing you thought when you heard the story about him allegedly punching Drake?
He said, and clicked him. Drake, I actually thought Drake must have said something wrong to him or something, or did something, or tried to play him, or something must have happened. I actually really didn't, I kind of just laughed. It's funny,
Although there was no footage of this, based on people that I've spoken to close to the situation, Diddy really did punch Drake in the face.
Oh, I got that call 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Did he attempt to play it off later? He went on live insisting he didn't lay hands on Drake, like the world didn't already know. But according to many media sources and eyewitnesses, he did. 50 Cent backed it up too, stating, Diddy couldn't recognize a hit if it was served to him. The entire affair was apparently over that 0 to 100 rhythm. Diddy felt it was his. Drake heard it, utilized it, and made it into a smash. That maneuver got under Diddy's skin, and that night in Miami was when it all came to a head.
And then Puff, that's what Puff was pulling me down to do it. But Puff can't even hear a hit. See, I know he couldn't.
Puff can't hear a hit? That's kind of crazy.
He still hear things from back then, that time.
Oh, got you now.
Right.
Okay, got you.
He can't buy it right. You play it for him right now, and it's hot. He can't buy it. This is why he's fighting Drake. When you hit Drake, because he used the beat that he didn't actually use.
0 to 100.
Right, you see what I'm saying? So if he heard it, and then he heard Drake use it, but it wasn't a hit yet until Drake put the lines on it. And he's upset about that because he can't hear it, but he felt like he took something from him.
But that wasn't the end of it. That was simply Diddy blowing off steam. Behind the scenes, things were moving quite differently. In August 2015, Diddy appeared on The Breakfast Club, insisting it was all love, no conflict. But at the same moment, he reportedly had a bag over Drake's head. Word around LA was that Diddy made it known. Anybody who spotted Drake out there would receive a reward, a small one, but genuine. That's why folks throughout the city began moving strangely. Sources from LA reported there were calls going around. Drake's here, Drake's there. That's when Drake made his best move. He teamed up with Game. Game had pull on the streets and knew how to move in that atmosphere. If Diddy had that sort of authority in LA, Drake realized he needed someone just as plugged in. Game corroborated it in his own manner, stating fans came out to him, encouraging him to line Drake up. But instead of following through, he played defensive. He watched out for Drake.
Well, you talked about how you found out that they're trying to set up Drake in LA at one point. What exactly was that about?
That was about like him and Diddy were beefing, right? They had a little beef over something in Miami outside of Live.
I think Diddy allegedly did him or something. It was over the Start from the Bottom beat, where I guess it's supposed to go to Diddy and Drake took it and something silly like that.
You know, Drake here, Drake there. Who will run up on him? I'm not saying it. You know, it didn't come from Diddy directly, but LA get tricky. So you know, when there are beefs and they are here, no matter who it is, like there's certain people that are gonna get called, and I'm one of those people. So you know, I had privy, you know, Drake to a little information. Like I said, I don't know where it came from, but I always, you know, it's like my brother. So I hit him. I told him like, yo, this is what it is, but I got you. You know, we over here, and I'm pretty heavy, so you know, we straight.
But Game made it plain that type of protection doesn't come for free. So Drake handed him the record, 100, and recorded the video in Compton. That action wasn't about street credit. It was for survival.
Y'all better not come to my studio with that fake shit. Y'all better not come to my funeral with that fake shit. Y'all better off.
If you listen attentively, Game says it all on the track. Ninjas phoned me to set you up. Want me to come and wet you up, cause you out of town too, like Biggie then. Heard about the ish Diddy on, so I came by to vest you up. And just like that, the meat had receipts. Even with Game supporting him, Drake was still going carefully.
Puff can't hear a hit? That's kind of crazy.
He still hear things from back then, that time period.
Oh, got you.
You play it for him right now and it's hot, he can't buy it. This is why he's fighting Drake. When you hit Drake, because he used the beat that he didn't actually use
0 to 100.
Right, you see what I'm saying? So if he heard it and he hear Drake use it, but it wasn't a hit yet until Drake put the lines on it. And he's upset about that because he can't hear it, but he felt like
I studied the stories that Spoon used to tell me from Howard days and just how relentless you were, you know what I'm saying? And now all my brothers behind me, we're trying to do the same thing, following your footsteps. You know, every night we're out here pounding the pavement, doing what we can do.
During the filming for 100, Wax stated Drake became spooked, spotted some guys he didn't know, scared, and hopped in a vehicle to dip out. Even though those people were there to defend him, Drake wasn't wanting to take risks. They had to follow him down and explain the issue before they went back to shooting.
And Drake comes to Compton to shoot the video.
100. He shot it on Brazil and Wilmington.
What all happened during that video? What was that?
He pulled up, Drake gave us love, Stunner cleared it for me, didn't charge me, Drake didn't charge for the verse. Drake actually brought his film crew to film it for us. That's what he wanted to do. We was on the famous Brazil and Wilmington shooting it. We had to move blocks. You know, when we move blocks, we send the little homies to do what they need to do. Drake kind of seen some activity and, you know, shit. He did what a motherfucker you supposed to do. He got out of there. So we
Cassie, she said Diddy whooped her ass. He found out she was going to OVO Fest. So this is apparently some insight into the real reason why Diddy don't with Drake.
Don't nobody with Drake. Drake is a slimy nigga. He make great music, but Drake is the type of nigga who he can have any bitch in the club. Any bitch. They can all be 12. But you walk in with one, he want that.
Fast forward to now. Diddy's in court on major federal accusations, but it was what Cassie said on the stand that shifted the entire tale. During her redirect, prosecutors asked her what led Diddy to flip out and lay hands on her. Her answer? She was heading to OVO Fest. Drake's event. She told the court, "Sean came to my home and tried to attack me. And here's the kicker, she still went." Even after all that, Cassie made her trip to Toronto and attended to OVO Fest. The courtroom was rocked.
So Cassie, she said Diddy whooped her ass. He found out she was going to OVO Fest. So this is apparently some insight into the real reason why Diddy don't with Drake.
Don't nobody with Drake. Drake is a slimy nigga. He make great music, but Drake is the type of nigga who he can have any bitch in the club. Any bitch. They can all be 12. But you walk in with one, he want that.
Now, if it doesn't scream motivation, what does? Diddy felt like Drake was snatching his lady, and it wasn't just a vibe. A 2013 rumor reappeared during the trial, alleging Drake could have signed Cassie to his OVO label. Whether it was official or not didn't matter. Diddy regarded it as Drake pushing in on his domain. A tweet from Lil Duval also emerged. He continued, "Back then, I heard Diddy swung on Drake in Miami for saying hi to Cassie. Folks laughed it off at the time, but now it's making a whole lot more sense." And Drake? He'd been leaving hints on 400 PM in Calabasas. The entire tune reads differently now. Bars like, "All you self-promoters are janky and they attempting to seduce me. The higher I rise, the less people accept me. Even the OGs trying to push me." Then came the shot, take that, no love in their heart, therefore they pretend that. Mocking Diddy's hallmark phrase and more. No way out. A homage to Diddy's album. Drake wasn't simply rapping, he was narrating the tale via the words, but nobody put it together until now. He also touched on domestic concerns with songs like, "That guy is not a man for you, scared about letting your skeletons loose." It's beginning to appear like Cassie confided in Drake about her experience far before any of this reached the court.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
So how you know
we
that?
made love. We made love.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you see Busta in the airport too. That motherfucker try to act like he didn't know you. You smashed Drake?
They always want you to, you know what these rappers, all these singers, all these big rappers y'all look up to? They always tell you what the good part about, but they never tell you what the bad part. And that's crazy, man. Yeah, they got all this money, but they dealing with emo spirits. They dealing with they self. They dealing with, man, come on, man.
The Diddy scandal is back, and so is one of the loudest whistleblowers in this case, Katt Williams. According to him, it was never just about the crazy parties or freak-offs. He was supposedly blackmailing others, pulling threads behind closed doors to bend people to his will, or make them bow down, if you catch my drift, especially up-and-coming stars. And 5 names stood out in that lineup. But just so we're clear, this is just guesswork and hearsay coming from individuals close to the case. None of this relates directly to me. I'm simply the messenger, so don't come for me. Now, let's go through it one by one. No skips, just facts and what's already out there. The first one who supposedly got diddlered was YK Osiris. People have been claiming it was proven that he was Diddy's boy toy and that Diddy was paying his lifestyle following the Jamaica trip back in 2021. YK was out here uploading shirtless pool shots of Diddy with prayer hand emojis. Then he shared a selfie of himself lying up nude, receiving a massage while boasting about listening to Diddy, eating fruit, and embracing the tropical weather. Even more revealing, his Instagram was full of solitary villa images, posturing like he was on a sponsored vacation. And when he removed that image of him leaning in to eat fruit all sensually, that simply added flames. One user remarked, "That fruit pic, sometimes they get turned out so much they stop being able to hide it." And here's where things became dark. Right before the trip, YK stated that he sold all his luxury whips, Lamborghini, Rolls-Royce, Cadillacs, gone. He stated he was suffering.
Yes, man, I sold my Lamborghini, I sold my Rolls-Royce, I sold my Cadillacs. Yes, sirski. Yes, sirski. Ride that thing. Hey, I'm about to beat that charge. Man, ain't gonna lie. This thing humble yourself. I ain't gonna cap to you. Got a floss for you, nigga. God, I ain't got a floss for you, nigga, man. If y'all gonna think what y'all wanna think. If I do got it, don't got it. Y'all gonna think what y'all wanna think. I love this Honda. I ain't riding the Lamborghini. I got a floss for you, nigga. That's what's wrong with you.
But others began asking how he could afford that Jamaica vacation at all. Unless, of course, somebody else covered the tab, then everything burst. YK's baby mother put it all out there, revealing she left him after seeing him in bed with another guy. And YK, when questioned about all this on The Breakfast Club, didn't shut it down. Instead, he flushed, put his sweatshirt over his head, and giggled through the entire discussion like a kid with a crush.
Now I'm about to Google because I ain't never heard this one.
Yeah, because nobody would ever say that one.
Oh, yeah.
So here goes Envy.
They said he said he was Diddy's boy toy.
Yeah, I was in Jamaica with him.
Oh, I see it now.
See?
YK Osiris in Jamaica with his alleged boot.
See?
Can we talk about Diddy new boy toy, YK Osiris? Why you did this to Diddy, man? It's messed up, man.
Charlemagne and Envy questioned him, and he simply kept dancing around it.
Did he know?
He said yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was with a shawty.
All right, but Diddy was there.
No, he was a whole other different.
Oh, so they just made this up?
Yeah, they made it up, yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, he was in a whole other different area. Like, he was like...
Have you ever met Diddy?
Yeah.
Okay, did he ask you to party?
Yeah.
Party?
Man.
That moment began off a downhill spiral. Soon later, YK got on Instagram in full meltdown mode. He stated he felt exploited, that the profession wasn't for him, that he had no true pals, and that he wanted to crash out. According to him, he was even witnessing ghosts assaulting him in his own house.
Like I say, you can't use Drake with me, you can't use Lil Baby because they don't with me no more. So please don't use that. You haven't seen me around Drake in a minute. Or Lil Baby. A long time. So let's get that out the door. Please don't use that no more. Like, I'm not a leecher, like, me for a reason. But like, I want to die. Like, I want to kill myself. I want to like, leave this earth. I don't have no friends. Y'all see who I'm with. Nobody. I'm nobody. Nobody nearest me. Nobody around me. Nobody is like near me.
Then he went into another diatribe, this time taking aim at the whole music game. He remarked, "Rappers only show the good side, the fame, the money, but they never talk about the dark side. Behind the scenes, they're dealing with emotional pain, battling emotionally, and some of them are on the edge."
They always want you to, you know what these rappers, all these singers, all these big rappers y'all look up to? They always tell you what the good part about, but they never tell you what the bad part. And that's crazy, man. Yeah, they got all this money, but they dealing with emo spirits. They dealing with theyself. They dealing with, man, come on, man.
He made it plain he wanted out of the music business. He stated he just remained in it to provide for his family, but deep down, he knew this life wasn't connected with what God intended for him.
I want to get out this music industry because this is not for me, but I do it because I feed my family. But I don't want to be in this. This is not what God want me to do. God don't want me to do this, but I do it to feed my family. And I want to get out this. I want to get out of the music industry because yes, you go through pain. You go through this because this is what the devil wants you to go through to destroy yourself.
And ever since YK began speaking out, his career has been in the trash. No huge movies, no label push. The business turned its back on him, but he's not the only one who paid the price for stepping out of line. Let's speak Burna Boy. His name turned up on Katt's list too, and that took some off surprise. See, Burna ain't exactly headquartered in Hollywood, but in 2020, Diddy executive produced his album Twice as Tall, and that raised questions. Out of nowhere, Diddy was all over Burna's rollout. The two of them joined up big for that record.
I'm gonna take y'all out to my other crib, the Creative Compounds, like a 50-minute ride, on some music, smoke, get into a vibe, relax. It's gonna be some good food. There's gonna be some good food waiting for us. It's gonna be some views we don't get to see and we don't get to call ours.
It's basically saying like my heart is gone.
I know I heard you on some ill shit, but that's like compact greatness. And we just did that right here.
Burna noted that he wants the album to serve as a powerful link for Black people throughout the diaspora. He thought Diddy was the appropriate guy to help make it happen because of his reach and influence. At first, it appeared like a straightforward collab, but after hearing everything Diddy's been accused of, fans began guessing about what Burna truly had to give up for that push. Then, out of nowhere, an image of Diddy and Burna, caught mid-act, started going viral. No one really knows whether the photo was manipulated or genuine, but the timing of it was incredibly strange. Still, Diddy's had a history of exploiting power, not simply throwing it away, and that's the bit that doesn't sit right. Burna's had worldwide reach, so having him on might have benefited Diddy more than it did Burna. But in this game, aid generally comes with strings, and that's why Burna's name turning up raised so many alarms. And something similar occurred with another rapper, a promised career for something nasty, the Meek Mill case. His circumstance could be the loudest out of all 5. For perspective, 50 Cent has been quite upfront about why he separated himself from Diddy. He once recalled a scenario that made him uneasy, stating it felt strange and made him step back.
I explained why I didn't hang out with him, right? Because it's a little fluffy.
It's not your scene.
It's not my style.
Not your scene.
They hug you from the front and the back at the same time. I got uncomfortable with him because the way he was acting to try and get me to hang out with him was like, yo, I'll take you shopping. Like, and I'm like, what you mean? Like, that's something you say to a woman you're attracted to, maybe.
Right.
It's just weird, bro. Like, and now you start to see a lot of the weird stuff that was there. It looks like it all lines up, don't it? It was not in the closet. It was in front of you and you wasn't seeing it because you see the beards. Or you see the girls. So you didn't look at them the way it actually is to a degree. When I say people respond, how people respond to things matter, like the internet will take to it and just go off with it. Meek responds being the uncomfortability.
He was showing up in identical attire with Diddy, going on shopping excursions and attending events together.
We do this for our family, our sons, whatever they taught us in the streets. We grew up looking up to I looked up like Papa, I was on TV, I was so far gone. We grew up looking up to on a corner that was on a corner for 25 years.
Yeah, you see, Meek is in the same shirt. He's out there in the same shirt. This is not Photoshop. This is really happening. I'm just saying this. No, stop it, man. You set that up. Look, we set that up. There's he's in the same shirt.
What do you mean he's in the same shirt?
Well, obviously was not offended by what I was offended by. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like you go, I'm like, nah, it was odd. Like, this is some of the things that people say. Like, girls, guys may say to a girl, you know, like, let me take a shot. See?
Damn.
They found it that quick.
What do you think is happening in the middle?
I don't know what is going on.
Wow, they found Kendrick and Whiteface.
There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. You know, but when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, You don't get that.
Katt Williams echoed a similar message when he revealed he had to reject away $50 million on 4 consecutive times simply to safeguard his integrity. He even stated that resisting Diddy's sexual approaches was part of that choice.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
Then came the true narrative twist. Lil Rod, who used to work closely with Diddy, filed a complaint. In it, he stated Diddy was messing with and funding a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, performed at the Super Bowl, and had a Vegas residency. That's Meek, no guessing. Not long later, a leaked audio tape began circulating online. The voices on the tape were supposedly Meek and Diddy caught mid-act. The bodyguard who recorded and distributed the audio claimed it occurred at one of Diddy's freak-off parties.